Hey, what's up, you guys? So we're here, we're taking a ride, we're going shopping today, but we wanted to make a quick video on the way, and this is addressing a common question you'll receive as a vegan. So one of the most common questions we both receive from friends, family, and anyone else is, where do you get your protein from? And first thing I want to say is, before you even consider answering the question, you should understand that there's no such thing as a protein deficiency. There is such thing as a caloric deficiency. Many of these people are so concerned with, the amount of protein that they should be taking in, but they're calorie restricting. If you're sedentary, at the very least, you should be consuming 2,000 calories. If you want to be someone who's able to, just be a part of the world, and especially if you're going to be active to some extent, you want to make sure that you're abundantly eating. And of course we would also we really always try to eat high carb, low fat. I mean, sometimes we don't make that happen, you know what I mean? Sometimes you want to indulge and have that vegan junk food type of thing. But for the protein thing, getting back to, I guess, the question, it's very easy to, find protein.
Yeah, but people don't realize that, protein itself is in every food you eat. Literally look up any food item and there's protein in it. It's just, some people consider complete protein, right? Or if you group things together and stuff. But really, it's just if you're eating enough food in general, you're not going to be deficient in protein. It's impossible. The only people who are deficient is people who are anorexic and completely malnourished.
Yeah, well, sadly, that's so commonplace, because you look at a lot of these diet guides and stuff, and they'll be recommending all this protein, an abundant amount of protein, but they're not reaching any caloric goal. They're telling, grown women and men to be consuming 1,400, 1,500 calories. If you starve yourself to lose weight, sure, you might lose weight initially, but you're basically telling your body, okay, I'm in starvation mode. And now the next time you eat, your body's going to be trying to recuperate from that. So of course your body is going to be more adapt to putting on fat, because you just basically put your body in a starvation situation, like the fucking Holocaust or something. You know what I mean?
Protein is good to make you feel fuller a little bit longer and stuff when you're trying to be healthy, which is good. Definitely include protein in your diet, but it doesn't have to be the staple of your diet. Society kind of pushes that protein has to be the most important thing in the meal, but that's not always true. I just feel if you're eating enough food throughout the day, and it's a lot of whole foods and oatmeal and oatmeal and fruit and potatoes and pasta and things and rice and lentils, right? Isn't lentils more protein than beef?
Yeah, lentils has more protein than anything per volume. So if you had a cup of lentils versus a cup of eggs, or a cup of lentils versus a cup of chicken, it has more protein than anything else. And another thing is there's, again, getting back to it, first you want to know how many calories you should be eating. So at the bare minimum, if you're sedentary and you don't do nothing, if you sit on the couch all day, no matter, you have to be consuming 2,000 calories. So how you get those calories, ideally should be coming from, high carb, low fat, so that, you're maintaining a lean body. If you want to be fat, sure, eat more fat. That's what it's going to do. And as far as protein too, if you eat 2,000 calories of, rice, there's no protein deficiency. Protein is literally in everything. Every fruit, vegetable, grain, any type of plant food has protein. If you're an omnivore and you're getting it from a cow or an egg or a piece of fish, basically that animal ate it from something else, and now you're consuming it. Exactly. So that's basically processed food.
You're taking out the middleman, exactly. You're eating it straight from the source. You're not using the middleman, eating it through the cow or the chicken. You're just eating the plant food that the cow or chicken was originally eating anyway. But exactly,
But you can easily get protein from whatever you're eating. You could eat a diet that consists of totally rice and there's no protein problem. You want to make sure,
enough.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're eating enough.
The thing is that's the question though, where do you get your protein? Like, there's protein in everything, so you don't have to worry about it. But there are certain foods that are higher in protein. I think that's the question. Like, people wonder like where they get their protein, so they wonder like which foods they should eat to get a higher amount of protein. So yes, like lentils, tofu, beans, like there are certain foods that are higher in protein than other foods. But yeah, like really, right? As long as you're eating enough.
And another thing, quick. This is like a Western fucking problem. Anywhere else in the world, no one is concerned about where are you getting your protein from. Everywhere else in the world, people are, they generally have a brain and they think, okay, I have to eat. Where am I going to eat? They're too worried about getting their next meal versus getting protein, and sadly, this isn't it, it really isn't, it isn't the fact that, people are unintelligent. It's just that in Western society, in the United States especially, it's marketed so heavy to us from the time we're born. It's in everywhere, in all channels of media, 100%. On social media, on the television, on radio, in magazines and newspapers. It's all protein based, protein powders. And back in the 90s and 2000s, it would be milk. Milk would have commercials, and egg and dairy, and it's still going on. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And everywhere else in the world, you know what I mean? People are just worried, what am I going to eat?
It's mostly a lot of plant-based foods, but yeah, like, of course, it's funny that we always stress animal protein and animal everything, and yes, we have highest rates of cancer.
Yeah, so if you want to be lean, and I'm not saying that we're the leanest people right now, but I mean, especially for the past year, we indulge in a lot of stuff. I mean, we don't always eat high carb, low fat. We indulge, we have snacks and stuff, but we're not fat. If you look at someone our age who's an omnivore, chances are they fucking blew out. A lot of people I knew that are eating an omnivore diet, they all blew out. They all have fat ass fucking bellies. They all have, huge faces. I mean, that's not to say they're bad people, but in a way they are, because they're supporting industries that, are just taking innocent beings, innocent sentient beings, torturing them, raping them, killing them, when they could go directly to the source, eat a plant-based diet, be healthy, be lean, be more apt to be able to participate in discussion, use their brain. I swear, I talk to some people, even some educated people, and they're so fogged up because all they do is consume so much fat and protein that they can't even participate in a conversation. I have friends and family that are like this. They're so fogged out from all the fat and all of the, overabundance of protein. They have to get back. If you want to be able to be active, what does your body thrive on? Your body thrives on carbohydrates, sucrose,
athletes
sugars.
Cannot be athletes without carbohydrates, 100%.
Yeah, it's a sad joke, but at the end of the day, if you want to get, if you're looking to, just find out where to get your protein, again, lentils, beans, peas, spinach, and any other fruit, like tofu, vegetable, grain you could think of. Anything that's a plant that's edible has protein in it. And don't worry so much. Get back and find out how many calories you need. If you want to be an athlete, of course you need more calories. Even if you're not an athlete, even if you're, somebody that works a 9 to 5 and you want to get home and participate in discussion and be a human being that's not just, slopping around and can't think straight. If you want to have the energy to do that, you have to up your calories. If you want to be out there and you want to be training for something, or you want to go on a long bike ride, you want to go ride your bike 20, 30 miles, you have to carb up. Yeah. You need carbs to do that.
You have to have energy,
easily digesting and, something easily that your body can easily absorb. White rice, oatmeal, And you can add sugar to these things, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with sugar. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's another video.
Yeah, that's another whole video, you know, this attack on sugar. There's nothing wrong with sugar. It's ridiculous. But again, you know, you can easily look it up. There's plenty of foods, fruits and vegetables.
There's protein, foods that are higher in protein, of course. And then, like, if you want to put those foods within all your meals, that's great too. But when it comes to worrying about where do you get your protein as a vegan, there's no worry. There's no worry as long as you're eating enough food. That's the answer. Eat enough food, eat enough calories in general, eat plant foods. You can have some of the higher protein foods and then you're great, but you don't have to worry about where do you get your protein as a vegan because it's everywhere.
And if you feel tired or sluggish or you're feeling sick all the time, it could very well be that you're not eating enough carbohydrate. You're bogging your body down. Your body was never meant to be digesting such high levels of fat. Again, this is a Western problem. Only in America are people, you know, on this standard American diet where it's so high in fat, excess fat and excess protein. You don't need that. You're getting away from basic nutritional staples. You know, your entire diet should be around fruit, vegetables, rice, pasta, breads, oatmeals, dried fruits, dates,
and exactly
cereals.
Like you're saying, like feeling sluggish and stuff. It's 100% your diet, but also drinking water. I feel like we forget to drink water a lot. I know I do. Ryan's so good at drinking water. Goals, literally right here. He always drinks water. But just hydrating yourself is so important.
Yeah, staying hydrated because you want to be able to digest.
But if you're staying hydrated and then you're eating
at minimum, you should be having 3 liters of water a day, minimum.
But then if you're eating a diet high of fat, then like of course you're still going to feel sluggish. So it's like a very big mixture of everything has to be kind of on track for you to be.
If you want to be lean and you want to feel good, you're at the beach, you want to carb up so that your body starts shedding the fat off it. There's too many people. Looking at people that are my age and Maxine's age, and you know, they've completely let themselves go, and you know, they're on these fad diets that if you think keto or Atkins diet is gonna cure your body and make you lean, you have another thing coming.
I'm still stuck on the whole fact that keto people melt butter and put it in their coffee.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
When I heard that, I can't believe that. I'm like, what is happening?
If you think that fat is going to make you lean, you have no brain. The fat you eat is literally the fat you will wear on your body. And the only problem you're gonna see being high carb, you're gonna get so lean to the point that you're gonna say, okay, I gotta start adding in some fats because I'm too lean. And then indulge. Have the vegan ice cream. Have some vegan chocolate. You know, have some snacks. Have a little, you know, vegan fried food or something. But before you're at that point, maybe it's time to consider what you're eating. I want to be lean. I want to be, you know, athletic looking. And the only way that's going to happen is by, you know, aiming to be high carb,
and then
low
being
fat.
able to have the energy to actually work out and be athletic and be active and all that. But then, like you're saying, like how a lot of people that are in our age groups do tend to blow out on these American standard diets. Like we don't eat that way. Like we haven't been eating that way for years and years. So it's like perfect. It's like people are shocked at our ages. Like a lot of times, like people are shocked at how old we are. Because I feel like people think we look younger than we are. And I always say, like, I stopped aging when I went vegan. But, you know, honestly, I feel like that.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. We're checking out mall that's around us. But again, I hope you guys will consider what we said. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe.
And hit the bell to receive post notifications so that you receive a notification the next time we post a video.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.